Good evening, and welcome to Wheelchair Life. I'm your host, Paul Martin. If you're new to wheelchairs, you might have some questions or some misconceptions about pushrims, such as,
But aren't all pushrims the same?
or,
But pushrims don't make any difference, do they?
nothing could be further from the truth. If you think about it, pushrims are one of the most important decisions you can make on your wheelchair. Think about it. They're your accelerator, they're your steering wheel, and they're also your brakes. So, one of the things, if you're a quadriplegic like I am, I'm a C6, 7 quad, you have little or no hand function. Okay? So, the most important thing when it comes to pushrims is grip and friction. You'll use grip and friction when you're pushing, when you're stopping, and when you're turning. So, one of the first things you want to do about pushrims is you want to make sure you get vinyl coated pushrims. Okay? Now, there are several different types. I have my own here, but I don't have other examples to show you. However, the normal type is just a straight tube all the way around your wheel. Okay? Now that's nice. It's very smooth. However, it's hard to get friction, especially when your hands are wet. So your hands will slip sometimes on that. So there is another type also. It's known as, I think they're called natural fit, which I've never tried, but they're flat on the one side, supposed to give you more pushing friction. I've never tried them, so I really can't comment. These are called projection pushrims, and they're my favorite. It took me several years to find them, and now I can't live without them. There's 8 small projections on each wheel. There's 2 different types. These are straight up. There's also some that are out at 45 degrees. The 45-degree ones are a little easier to push. However, they make your chair wider. So I recommend you go with the type that are vertical, like these. What happens is they catch on your hand, making it easier to steer. Now, one of the things about that is if your hands are wet, they won't slip on here. You don't need to have the friction of pushing in and forward. You just lock your hands and push. Okay? Now, there are several other differences that you need to be aware of on these when using projection pushrims. One of the things that's very different about projection hand rims is how you go down hills and how you brake, especially when you're going fast. Because they have these knobs sticking at the top, they go around and they can kind of shred your hands. So when you're going down, you cannot brake on the top anymore, otherwise you'll just bounce your hands around. What you have to do is you have to go forward to brake by putting your hands inside and pulling up. If you wear gloves like I do, you have to be very careful you don't catch one on here or it will pull you out of the chair. It's happened to me once or twice before. And that's the basic concepts on wheelchair pushrims. Thank you for joining us on Wheelchair Life. Look forward to our next episode.